Hi, Matt with etrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Titan Chain Snow Socks on our 2026 Honda HR-V. Now, these are going to be a great option if you're looking for some type of traction device that's really easy to put on. It's going to do a great job at getting you through those moderate snow and ice conditions, and it requires very little maintenance to them. So, let's check them out. Now, we're going to have this on tire size 225, 55, R18. But it will fit a variety of other sizes. That's just the size we have today. If you're not sure if it's going to fit your vehicle, you can put in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to make sure you're getting the right one for you. But what really stands out about how these work is a couple things. So with the HR-V, you don't have a whole lot of clearance in your wheel well. And that's going to be because we have our suspension that's fairly low. So a lot of chains are kind of hard to put on here. These, we don't have to worry about that because how thin this is and how tight it fits to our tire, so we don't have to worry about it making contact with anything. But really the way this works is this type of fabric, when you're driving down the road, is going to give you more traction when you're driving on snow and ice. So when it does make contact with that snow is going to grab on here and start to build up. And it also does a really good job with ice. And the other way it's being held in place here is when we look at the center. So the center of this is going to have this elastic band, and that elastic band is helping to cinch this into place. So something you got to think about with tire chains is when you're driving down the road, you want to make sure they're staying nice and tight, because when they kind of shift around, they loosen up and they can make contact with something that's really important, and we don't want that. With this, we don't really have to worry about anything loosening up on the road because we just have this elastic band and there's really nothing for anything to shift. So this kit is going to come with 2 socks, and what I really like about these is, as you can see right here, it's fairly flat. Now, the casing you have that comes with this, you'll probably throw that away pretty soon, but when you are using them, I'd recommend after you're done with that drive, take them out, let them air dry so they can properly ventilate, and then you can store them back in your vehicle, and you're going to have plenty of spots to choose from, since you can just bend them up, fold them up, unlike a lot of chains out there. Now, in my opinion, I think this is going to be a solid choice for anyone who is looking for something really quick and easy to use that is going to give you plenty of traction. The only drawback that I usually see with them is if you're driving in a lot of areas with bare spots. So if you see a few spots where pavement is showing through, what can happen is, since this does a really good job at gripping on the surfaces, it can actually grip onto that pavement and tear these up fairly quickly. So if you're in an area with a lot of bare spots, I'd probably opt for a more just chain style. And one that does come to mind is going to be one by Koenig. They have an assisted tensioning tire chain that does a really good job and won't loosen up on you when you're making those longer drives too. But if I had to choose, I'd probably go with the snow sock in most cases. Again, any bare spots, go with the Koenig ones. Now, when it comes to putting this on, it's only going to be a couple of steps, and it's not very hard to do, and that's what I really like about them, but I can show you that process now. Now, at the beginning of the installation, we're going to grab the tire sock. We want to make sure it's not inside out. A way you can do that is if you look inside of here, you can see a little tag. That'll let you know. And now we can grab it, and I'm just going to come right over here. Typically, too, before I put this on, I'll check for any type of cuts, tears, any fraying. Right now, we don't have any of that, so we're good to go. I'm just going to stretch it out, put it around the top section, and just start working my way in. What I'll do typically is put my other hand on the inside and help wrap it around. And we want to try to get this as centered as we can, looking at the top section of our tire. And you won't be able to put this on all the way as is because we can't get this underneath our tire. So once we got this in a relatively good spot, then we can pull forward and adjust it some. Now that we got this moved around, I'm just going to adjust the very top of it. I'll typically check to make sure nothing got folded in on itself. In my case, we're good today. And then we'll just adjust it just like that. And there you have it. You'll just make sure you do that on the other side too. Usually I do them at the same time to make that a little bit easier for myself. and then you can take it out for a ride. Now, if you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.